and we're going to go and read another segment of our Rad Women Worldwide, okay? Today, we are traveling from here, Washington State, to the islands of Hawaii. We are going to visit Queen Lili'Uokalani. Look at her. Wow. Look at that pose. She is fierce. She is intelligent. She is amazing. She is rad. Okay? We are going to travel and visit her, see her story, get to hear about her. She was the first and only queen of Hawaii. So many of you might have gone to Hawaii already. Some just know where Hawaii is. I hope you know what ocean Hawaii is in, because I'm going to ask you tomorrow. Now, her quote is, "You must remember never to cease to act because you fear you may fail." So if you believe in something, even if you think you're going to fail, do it anyways, because you never know the outcome. Okay? So let's go ahead and read her story. Until the 19th century, the Hawaiian Islands were ruled by powerful chiefdoms called ali'i. And then the Hawaiian people had their own religion, economy, and language. There was no such thing as private property. The land was a living relative, the place where ancestors dwelled. Hawaii is also where Lydia Lili Loluku Wehe'e Kamake'eha, also known as Queen Lili'Uokalani, was born and raised. Now, if I said this name, her whole name, incorrect, then I apologize, because we should always take pride in saying names correctly. But sometimes they're a little difficult, so I apologize to Queen Lili'Uokalani if I said her entire name incorrectly. The first and only queen of the Kingdom of Hawaii, Lili'Uokalani fought hard to save her kingdom and her culture. In 1778, British sea captain James Cook arrived in Hawaii. Soon, more British came, and then the Americans, eager to make money by growing crops like sugar, they came. Before Captain Cook, there were 1 million native Hawaiians, by the 1840, fewer than 100,000 had survived the diseases the non-natives had brought with them. And as the predominantly white businessmen gained more economic power, they wanted political power too. So right now what this is saying is, the white man, the British, the Americans went to Hawaii, where Hawaii was a beautiful paradise full of native people. Many native people. And when the British and the Americans arrived, they had diseases, right? Like viruses, like a cold, and other little viruses that the Hawaiians didn't know, because they were always in that island, so they didn't know about these diseases. So when they came, all those Hawaiians, big numbers of Hawaiians, started going down because they were getting sick. And then the British and the Americans wanted more power, economic power, that means money, and more political power, that means government. So then they started being more forceful, okay, more forceful in taking land and taking power, which is not a good thing. Lydia was born in Honolulu and adopted into a high-ranking royal family. She was a well-educated and gifted poet and musician who studied European and American music as well as traditional Hawaiian songs. She wrote songs and poems and loved to sing. At age 39, she was named Crown Princess of the Kingdom of Hawaii and began to go by her royal name of Lili'Uokalani. The American businessmen were becoming more aggressive in their desire to control Hawaii. In 1887, they forced King Kalakaua to sign a new constitution that stripped the Hawaiian people of their sovereignty or power. Lili'Uokalani was furious. When the king died, she became the first woman ever to rule Hawaii. Queen Lili'Uokalani's first act as queen was to rewrite the constitution. Threatened by her bold moves, the businessmen decided to overthrow her. Backed by the U.S. Navy, they forced Lili'Uokalani to surrender the Hawaiian kingdom to the United States. She was arrested and imprisoned in the Iolani Palace, which was her own home. She wasn't allowed to read, but she did have paper and pencil. Her story was eventually published as Hawaii's Story by Hawaii Queen. making her the first published Hawaiian woman. While imprisoned, she composed some of the greatest songs, including the famous song Alohe Oe. Lili'Uokalani was no longer queen, but she had won the hearts of the native Hawaiians. She never gave up the fight for sovereignty, and when she died, Hawaii mourned. She left all of her money to Hawaiian orphans and destitute children. In 1959, the United States did ultimately make Hawaii a state, and in 1993, 76 years later, Lili'Uokalani's death, the U.S. government finally apologized for the unlawful overthrow of the Hawaiian kingdom. Even though they apologized, it's still not okay. The Hawaiians were ripped from their land, from their culture, from their language. And now, when you go to Hawaii, you see tourists, you see big buildings, you see a lot of people that live there that are not native Hawaiians. And a lot of the Hawaiians who are native there now have to go inland, not by the beaches, but they have to go inland up to the mountains, because that's the only place they can continue their traditions. And when you go to the beaches of Hawaii and see the tourism there and see the buildings and see all of the non-native Hawaiians, just roaming around and having a good time, that whole land was all taken from them. That wasn't supposed to be the way. That wasn't supposed to be Hawaii. Now it belongs to the United States, but that's all about power and money, not about love and culture and trust and honesty. So Lili'Uokalani fought very, very, very hard for her people, for Hawaii, and her dream was not what Hawaii is today. Her dream was that Hawaii was free, the land was free, the people were free, and they were happy. So